Welcome to RCD RV here in Pataskala, Ohio. I feel like Jim Cantori out here. It's not quite as dramatic, but this is Motor Mike reporting for Vacation Trucker. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot is, can you camp in these things when it's cold? And that's a valid question. Now, we're talking about extreme cold today, so this is the perfect time to do an experiment. It was in the single digits last night. I think it's around 10 or 11 degrees. We have some snow moving in today. So we have a perfect chance to run a test out here. So I have a Class A motorhome, a fifth wheel, and a travel trailer. And they sat all night. The motorhomes might have a little bit of an advantage because the lot porter was running them yesterday. So they're probably going to start out just a little bit warmer. But nevertheless, let's get these things started. We're going to look at the starting temperature, and then we're going to check back in a couple hours to see how far we've climbed. And so this is going to give you a good idea in a situation what you might encounter out there, or if you're thinking about living in this, is this something that's viable? So we want to answer that question today. So let's get started. Arrived at our third unit, an Accolade XT. Had to change it up a little bit. So 2023 32U. So let's get this one started. Let's see how we fare. Let's look at our starting temp. Oh yeah, 14 degrees. So we all started these approximately around 10:30 in the morning. So let's get it started and we'll check back. All right, we've arrived at our fifth wheel, 2021 Montana. 3121. Look at those steps. All right. I just started the heat. So let's get our temperature. 19 degrees. There we go. All right. Let's give it a couple hours. We'll come back and check on it. All right. We've arrived at our third, which is a travel trailer. A 2024 Bullet. 290 BHS. Now, one of the things I'm curious about is it's showing 32 degrees already. So I'm a little skeptical about that. But regardless, turn it on. We'll check back on it. Furnace is going. Let's see how it does. All right, back to the Accolade. It's close to 15 after 4. This journey started around 10:30. Feels nice in here. So let's see where we're at. Look at that. That's impressive. It's 21 degrees outside. All right, back to Montana. Let's see how we're faring. Once again, right around 4:15. 21 degrees outside with some snow falling. Let's check it out. 51 degrees. There we go. All right, to the last one of the day. I noticed that the furnace was not running, so I don't know when the gas ran out, but not bad. 57. The only thing I don't know is how long that furnace has been off, but it feels good in here and made it to 57. So hopefully that'll help you make the decision on which RV you're going to go with, or possibly if you'll even go with an RV at all. So these things have capabilities, as you can well see. I mean, we're talking single digits, but before we go any further, I want to give a shout out to the Washington football team. Very proud of them and the way they're performing. So sorry that the former owner, Dan Snyder, ran them in the ground so bad that they changed their name and they now have a college football jersey that looks terrible. But other than that, play on. So back to the topic. We're talking about, can we camp in an RV in super cold weather? Yes, we can. Now, one of the things that you're going to have to consider is, obviously you can see how it will bring it up to temp, but you're going to have to underpin that thing. That's going to be the best way to keep your pipes from freezing if you're going to live in this. If you're camping, you really can't underpin. I mean, that's something, unless you're going to be somewhere for quite a while, that's just not something that's reasonable. So, but nevertheless, you can keep it winterized, carry some water with you in the tub, put some antifreeze in the black tank, still use the facilities, still do the camping that you need. But if you're living in it, you definitely want to underpin it. I had some good friends from church that spent 2 seasons in a travel trailer. He underpinned it real well, and he had some problems, I believe just one time during a cold snap around Christmas where it was -7 for 2 days. But other than that, it worked out real well for him. So I hope this answers some questions for you. We presented the experiment, a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, and a Super C. And the Montana, the fifth wheel, had the biggest furnace at 35,000 BTU. The other two had 30,000 BTU. So they were pretty close on the furnace size. And you just have to remember that fifth wheel, it just has so much room, has more volume. So it's going to take a while to get up to temp. And it's just something you have to consider if you're going to go with the fifth wheel, whether it's heating it or whether it's cooling it. It's just going to take more. So I hope this experiment answered some questions for you. It actually did for me. I get in these things a lot, but it's not too often when we have cold snaps this severe. So it was a great opportunity to put these units to the test. Hopefully it helped you. This is Motor Mike reporting for Vacation Trucker. Thanks.